These are some grooming tips I think every guy should know. These tips took me from this to this. I haven't heard anyone talk about some of these, so I recommend you stay till the end. Number one, pluck your monobrow or your eyebrows. So for a lot of guys, their eyebrows can connect in the middle, or they can have quite unruly eyebrows. In this case, you're going to want to take some tweezers and pluck them. Generally, I wouldn't recommend using any sort of razor to cut this. This will just help them have a more kind of shapely, less unruly appearance. On the other hand, if you have quite thin eyebrows, then using some sort of eyebrow dye can help them appear fuller. Ideally, your eyebrows would be darker than your hair to contribute to the most optimal look. Next, exfoliate your skin. Why would you want to do this? Exfoliating your skin removes the top layer of dead skin from your skin, making it appear kind of more even in texture, and also maybe helping with breakouts. There are two types of exfoliants people may use. There's either mechanical exfoliants or chemical exfoliants. Mechanical exfoliants generally use some sort of abrasive material to wear away at the top layer of dead skin. Chemical exfoliants, on the other hand, use a chemical to break down this layer, revealing the underlying skin. Generally, you'd want to see that your skin is more even in texture following exfoliating. Ideally, you'd probably do this once every 1 or 2 weeks. Next up, get more regular haircuts. Why would you want to do this? Generally, getting more frequent haircuts can help contribute to a more kind of refined, sophisticated look. It shows that you're taking care of yourself and not letting kind of things get overgrown. If you want a video on specific haircuts you should look into getting, ideally for your face shape and what will suit you, I've got some other videos kind of pointing you in the right direction there. So how often you need to get your haircut depends on your hair texture, how fast your hair grows, and also the hairstyle you're going for. Generally, I'd recommend probably around 3 to 4 weeks, ideally. Next up, trim your beard. Ideally, we'd want a full looking beard. So to make it look less patchy, you'd want to take a razor and put a longer guard on it, approximately the same length as your beard, and shave it all down to one length. This is because our beards tend to grow in at different speeds, with hairs growing at different lengths, making it look a bit patchy sometimes, or maybe a bit unruly. Once you've trimmed it all to the same length, you may choose to trim it down shorter, all over, or you may choose to just trim the sides shorter and keep the front long, maybe contributing to a more kind of chiseled look. Lastly, we want to trim the edges, ideally the cheeks and underneath the neck, to shape up your beard. You'd want to use either a razor or a shavette to do this, and these crisp lines will help make the beard look connected, and also contribute to a more kind of refined look. Next, cold showers. Why would you want to have a cold shower, and how does this contribute to your appearance? Cold showers will help reduce puffiness, then consequently making your face appear leaner and less puffy. How often and how cold should you be taking these showers? I think there's no issue taking them every day. Obviously it's not comfortable, but it helps kind of build up that resilience. As to how cold, see it as a sort of exercise, is where you implement progressive overload to gradually make it colder. It is important to note that this may have a negative effect on muscle growth. However, this can be negated by having your cold shower a certain distance away from your workout. Cold showers also release dopamine, helping you walk around with more confidence in your day-to-day. My last tip is use moisturizer before using perfume. Why do we want to do this? Most perfumes or fragrances are made out of oil and alcohol, so once the alcohol evaporates, all you're left with is oil, and the moisturizer helps give a surface for the oil to stick to. So how should we do this? Ideally, we apply our perfumes at all our pulse points, so our wrists and our neck, depending on how strong the perfume is, kind of dictates how many sprays you should use. The added benefit of using moisturizer with your perfume is you'll get less dry skin, as alcohol does dry out your skin anyway. So the moisturizer kind of counteracts this. Those are all my grooming tips I'd really recommend that I don't really hear people talk about that much. So on that note, I'd like to thank you for watching, and goodbye.